It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
From the gun, it's Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll buy some time right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage. Back to throw again. He dumps it off to Barkley. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Quick slant, Dotson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jahan Dotson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles get a bit closer. Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And he's going to have a Bills first down as the tackle made here at the 36. Allen now looks to throw. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. Here's a 2nd and 5. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. So the drive stays alive after
Live on YouTube, BookofEliGaming. Good shit, Bobo.
Inside the 30. They'll try the middle with Cook.
Live on YouTube. We live on YouTube right now. Live on YouTube, BookofEliGaming.
And give their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
We're gonna win this game though.
This is your
2
Super
minutes
Bowl.
left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you ready.
I'm not a Buffalo fan, so it don't matter to me.
Looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Silent, you can't.
He's going to get it again. Just looking forward and protecting the ball. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them close to getting out of here with a W.
I always know when I get on, I stick the crew.
All you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
3rd down, here's a run by Cook. First down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
Yeah, even with this, y'all maybe can coach the Bills, maybe you can coach him.
Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a
Maybe
pickup of 14.
you can coach him.
Put this game on ice. This is 1st
He's
and
the
goal.
coach. He's the coach. The walking down the street does. He's the coach. Yeah. Yeah, and guess what? His mom like big dick too.
And they will get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Goodbye. See you. See you, Coochie Frito. Bye, penis Frito. I hear no lyrics. I said the Barry joints. He said, "Sorry. Let me get some man.
Taking the knee, so late gamesmanship
Bitch, you got a winner. Super.
So that one is 4th touchdown catch of the game, 1 behind the all-time record of 5. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, we are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. And we are underway in Buffalo. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now Penix to the air right away. Short throw caught by Pitts. Touchdown, Falcons. Ray McCloud, 71 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Those are the drives that prove a lot. You got a rookie quarterback, Charles. You're on the road, takes him down, throws the touchdown pass. And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback, the team usually says, okay, we got to take care of this guy. We got to protect him. But when he goes out and plays like this on the first drive on the road, he doesn't have to say, I'm here to be your leader. They just need to follow him. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. They begin with a run by Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They keep it with Davis on 1st down. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground. Here's Allen to throw it. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. Down the right sideline, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dalton Kincaid, 56 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from capturing the lead. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, CD, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time, now you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown. I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just save those calls for this possession instead. On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Robinson will try to pick it up. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Now 2nd and 5. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. call it a gain of 4 there, so it
Let's get it, chat. Turn me up on a Monday, man. We are live all day today, man. Book of EliGaming on YouTube. Make sure y'all smash that like button. Make sure y'all subscribe if you haven't already. We getting dubs.
And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Second quarter now, Falcon football. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Robinson on a give right side. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second and 5. Handoff now to Robinson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, Robinson dances by him. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Showing off the quick feet that time and getting forward for a pickup of 3 yards.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. To the air, Penix. Dancing to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked out, went in, and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Penix going to sneak it. And they'll get it down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
2nd and goal from the 1. Penix going to sneak it. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. Penix going to sneak it. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts.
You're not getting in there, bro.
Right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Interesting, a chip shot field goal here would give them the lead, but instead, they're going on 4th down. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They're turned away.
Playing against the biggest YouTuber on YouTube, man. Make sure you go check out BookofEliGaming on YouTube. We are live. I will score.
Allen going to throw. This to the tight end, Kincaid. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're
for Showski, broski. We going up top right here, though.
To the air, Allen. Flush to his right. That is caught. Kincaid with it. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Throwing now is Allen. To the right side here, caught by Kincaid. Throw out wide is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Anderson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Cook. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The slot man in motion right. Tap forward by Allen on the jet sweep. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the gun, it's a get. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. And the possession is theirs at their own 40.
Bro, you just got so lucky, cuz. There's no way that man fumbled that shit. He ain't even get a good hit on me, cuz.
A turnover right away.
And my guess that in the locker room, that's what the defensive coordinator on the other side was saying. We've got to find a way to get the football back for our offense. And they were able to do it.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted.
You ain't gonna beat me on no treadmill, nigga.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted.
Yes, sir. Don't worry. You're gonna lose live on YouTube on a treadmill.
Zone, and they see the ball coming to them. They'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Give to Cook out of the gun. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all.
And remember, this is a running back that fumbled on the previous drive, but fortunately for them, nothing came of it. And I think when that happens, sometimes coaches can lean a little more on forgive and forget. So he's right back out there and running again.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills this first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Cook up the gut. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A real opportunity for them. Their defense got the key 4th down stop. Now all they need is a field goal to snag the lead. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll throw with Penix. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
This Buffalo crowd letting them have it. 3rd down now. And looking to throw, Penix. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. 4th down, 10 yards to go. On the bootleg, it's Penix. That's caught by Pitts. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Gets this to Moore. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Here comes 2nd down. Robinson with another carry. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Out of the gun they give to Robinson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Robinson up the middle. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Remember, the one timeout still available as they come up 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's a 2nd and 7. Back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense. Say, okay, what can that be instead? And that's exactly what they did.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their times.
But my folks ain't gonna let you kick that one easy, Bo. They ain't gonna let you kick that one easy. You better start the treadmill right quick. You better start the treadmill. They ain't gonna let you kick that one.
Look, if that bitch hard, I'm about to go. Man, I'm going for it, dog. That bitch is hard, dog.
Big play looming here.
You should see how that
This
bitch
is
shaking
3rd
on
and
my hand.
7 with a crowd on their feet. Back to throw. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. CD, that was an all-or-nothing drive to win this football game, and they rose to the occasion to take the lead here in the waning moments.
And how about how they got it done? No timeouts left. They take it downfield, execute perfectly, and get it done. Now they don't leave their opponent with a heck of a lot of time on the clock.
And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing, Allen. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is
Good shit, bro. GG.
And the Falcons have just about sewn up this football.
Nah, it's good. You got it. Good shit. Fear in the chat. What's going on? So I appreciate you stopping by the stream, man. Trying to get 10 likes on the stream today. Make sure you subscribe.
Known for some incredible wings and one of the league's most passionate fan bases. We're just outside of Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started. And off we go from Highmark Stadium. Returning it from the 4. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Off play action, it's Mahomes. He's got his man, that's Travis Kelce. That one goes for 25 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I've been playing Madden for almost 20 years, bro.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. That's completed right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First and 10, it's Mahomes. On the move, headed right. He can run it. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that 1st down anyway.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. DeMar Hamlin picks it off. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. On the ground, first run for Ray Davis. And he rips off a huge chunk of yardage before finally being brought down. Offense up to the line fast. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now on 1st down. Cut near the goal line. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Davis will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
All I could tell him there was good luck. You get a safety all over a run like that, they could just smell it like a shark with blood in the water. And you feel fortunate if you're even able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
All right, still scoreless through. About to begin the 2nd here. The Bills definitely thinking points. And that hit stops him in his tracks. Working quickly here. 3rd and goal for Allen. Forced out to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills parlay the interception into points. And now the Bills offense staying out. They're going to go for 2. Allen looking to throw this. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Nick Bolton has it. And the Chiefs can't add much to that interception as the return stopped at the 5. Could have been 7 if they tried the point after, but instead, they only call on him to boot this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Play action, Mahomes. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs tie and can take the lead here in the second. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. The Chiefs offense staying on the field. They're going to try for 2. They want to run it across. And he runs it in. That's going to break the tie and put them up by 2. Butker on now to kick this one away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. First tone of the game for James Cook. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Big shot to begin the drive. Has him up beyond the 40. First down throw for Allen. Pass into the hands of Dalton Kincaid. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Offense in the hurry up here. Now the shotgun give to Cook. Dives for the end zone, and he makes it. Touchdown! The Bills take a second quarter lead. It's a James Cook touchdown. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed puts 6 on the board for the offense.
Pass now to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. And 2:01 on the clock. This is going to take us inside the 2-minute warning. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. He's trying to push the field. He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs making the call. They're going for 2 again.
The Chiefs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Mahomes throwing for 2. And no connection on the 2-point try. It fails.
I've heard great receiver coaches say, watch your fingers wrap around the ball. You know, it's pretty clear he should have had that one, and he didn't get the job done. And 2 points, well, they're left on the table.
Butker on now to kick this one away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And nearly to the 35-yard line before he goes out of bounds. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Shakir with the grab. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. We're Working from the gun, it's Allen. Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Second and 3 now. Running left is Davis. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Bills moving quickly now. They're in the hurry up. Going to the ground again on first. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Bills moving quickly now. They're in the hurry up. Play action now with Allen. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. Okie, Okie! That's what that whole defense screams after an interception, and you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. Just an incredible effort by that offense to run it down, but even with that, they will take that Okie any day. What a huge pick in return for that defense.
Throwing on first down, Mahomes. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. All set up now for first and 10. They motion the tight end over. On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Chased out to his right. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
I love the mobility here. It starts great, escapes pressure, get out of harm's way. You just wish if you're the offense here, you could have found a completion to keep in rhythm.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Has it down close. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. And that is his 3rd touchdown catch. Certainly enough to call this a very good game for him. And we're still in the opening half, so what else might he accomplish before we're done here? So the Chiefs going for 2 once again.
The Chiefs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Throwing again, Mahomes. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Dorian Williams makes the play. And the Bills make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They've got first and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. He's back to throw. Complete to Shakir. And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line. 1 play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Throwing it just before halftime. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock.
I think you're seeing why they like this guy in coverage, man. He reacts well to throws and is so adept in breaking up passes right through contact or before they ever reach the target.
One final shot before halftime. And no look there, and that throw falls to the ground. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Butker on now to kick this one away. And that kick is going to go out of bounds, and you know what that means. That ball is headed to the 40. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense. So after the penalty yardage marked off, here's 1st and 10. Running it after the penalty. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Another one for Cook. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down. Again, it's Cook. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. That finds his man, it's Keon Coleman. And they take him down right along the 30. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Looking to throw. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. They go play action. It's Mahomes. He lofts it deep left. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And it sets up 2nd down.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
He breaks a tackle, and the reverse call pays off. Some decent yardage before he's brought down.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
And the Bills bringing out an extra defensive back, 3rd down coming up. Throwing is Mahomes. Dumps it off to his running back. Juke the defender. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Chiefs football trying to carry this lead across the finish line. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. First down throw, Mahomes. He'll get this one to Brown. And he's tackled for a short gain. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. From the 28. Cut at the 10-yard line. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They'll try and punch it in. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Offense up to the line fast. Going ground game again here. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Back to throw it. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs stretch it to a 2-score game in the 4th. It's a Marquise Brown touchdown. The Chiefs making the call. They're going for 2 again. Right side, they're going to try it with the toss play here. And he is hit well behind the line and goes down. They're not able to make much of anything on that 2-point attempt. Butker on now to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing here, Allen. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Pressure coming. It's Allen. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs return the interception almost to midfield before the tackle's made.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to upstate New York and Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Perennial Pro Bowler Justin Tucker has it on the tee. And off we go from Buffalo. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for the younger Cook brother. This is James Cook. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
He's got his man. That's Kincaid. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They go play action now. Here's Allen. That's taken in. Keon Coleman. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Allen going to throw again. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 20-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. That's quickly to Andrews on the RPO. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here's 1st and 10. Jackson up top again. Right back to Andrews. He's got another one. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now the first carry for King Henry. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
On 1st down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And he'll bring this inside the 30. A gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll go again here with Henry. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. Here's a 3rd down and 4. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. How about 4 catches on this drive alone? Time to change the defense. This one gets him another 1st down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Aguilar able to make the catch. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
First and goal, and it's Henry. And he will score. Derrick Henry, touchdown Baltimore. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Tucker, good on the extra point. And the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. This one caught by Khalil Shakir. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Allen going to give it to Cook. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. To throw is Allen. That's hauled in at the 2. To the goal line and in. Khalil Shakir. Touchdown Buffalo.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back. Even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan, everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Play action now. Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode, and that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out, go up for an offensive rebound, and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Jackson now. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To the air one more time with Jackson. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd. The clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Back to throw, Jackson. He'll look underneath for Henry. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Out is Justin Tucker to try the field goal. This will be an even 40-yard attempt. And this is no good. Could not get it on target. So we have come to halftime here at Orchard Park with the Bills out front. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this 2nd half. About to get started. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter 3 begins. to break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now, Jackson. He'll complete this one to Rashad Bateman. And he'll mark him down up beyond the 30.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level, and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. A pickup there of 28 yards.
First down, Raiders.
A first down throw for Jackson. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And trying to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Terrell Bernard. And the Bills are going to get the football at their own 40.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind, we're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Once again, it's Cook. And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Allen. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Allen. That's taken in, and he's going to have the 1st down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll run straight ahead with Cook. And a short gain there, down only to the 48. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's a first carry for the man from Kentucky, Ray Davis. Ooh. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Buffalo Bills. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. A run up the middle with Cook. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
They need the 24-yard line as they come up for 3rd down. On 3rd down, they go with Cook. He fumbled the football. One of the Ravens has it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up. It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
2nd and 6 coming up. On play action, here's Jackson. Toward the outside, he's got Andrews down the field. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that 1st down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
Here comes 2nd down. Again, it's Jackson. He'll get it into the hands of Zay Flowers. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
Jackson up top again. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. And that's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Now Henry. And a good run there on 2nd down. A pickup 7. It'll bring up 3rd and 3.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Here's Henry. And the Ravens have a 1st and goal forthcoming. It takes this down to the 5-yard line. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Big moment here for the Ravens as they will go for the 2-point conversion. From the gun, Jack. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down.
So they decided to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. They'll come up for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He's got a man downfield. It's Shaquille. And it will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take him long to get down to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there. It's 2nd down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
On 2nd down, here is Allen. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
Think you gonna stop me, bro?
They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him.
And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
GG's, bro. Make sure you go subscribe to my YouTube, same as my name.
Attempt here as the Bills line up to go for 2. Here we go. One final play.
That's why you gonna lose.
There's a lot of ways to break this play down other than saying you get the wide open target, you have the play you want, you're aggressive going for 2. You just got to catch the ball.
Down to the final few seconds of this.
You sound more boring than me.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line.
$2.8K.
One last shot now for Jackson. And that's going to be intercepted. Picked off. It's DeMar Hamlin. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys first and 10.
Make sure you go subscribe. BookofEliGaming.
So it's a win here for the Bills. What a finish to this one. The defense comes up with the interception in clutch time to seal it on the final play. And the defense walks off the field. With a new stadium rising just to the west of us, for now we're back for football in the familiar setting of Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Stage is set. Ball is on the tee, and off we go on EA Sports. Out of the end zone, it's Ty Johnson. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Throwing right away is Allen. Oh, the first play, and he is intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he's going to bring this one back. Wow, less than a minute into the game. It's a pick six and an early touchdown. You get the ball to start the game thinking you'll score on offense. Instead, they allow the defense to be the first on the board in this one.
So now the question is, Mike, do you allow this to linger the rest of the day? You've dug yourself a pretty big hole here to start, but you've got to pick yourself up and realize this game is far from over, and we now got to get the ball back and establish some early rhythm.
Butker's extra point is good, and the Chiefs will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Out of the end zone, it's Ty Johnson. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. From the gun, Josh Allen. He gets this to the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down. On the ground, this is James Cook. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Mike Gano shuts that one down.
Beast in the chat, I'm doing good, man. Appreciate you stopping by. Make sure you smash that like button on the stream.
From the gun, it's Allen. That's over the middle to his tight end, Kincaid. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. Here's Cook. Powering forward. He's in. James Cook. Touchdown, Bills. Now Allen and his offense preparing to go for 2. They'll look to throw. That is incomplete. They were trying to take the lead, but they're going to remain down by a point. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. But dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing right away is Mahomes. Our throw here, right side, falls incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins was the intended target for that one. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
He just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. Right back to Kelsey again. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Right back to the air for Mahomes. A short one caught by Kelsey. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. A throw on the move is caught. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. And he's in. Travis Kelce. Touchdown, KC. Butker now for the point after. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. And they are unable to tack on the extra point. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Out of the end zone, it's Ty Johnson. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Allen. And he is going to go down. They sack him to end the first quarter.
Hey.
1 quarter in the books. It's the Chiefs on top. Out of the gun, here's Allen. That's taken in by Shakir. Inside the 20. And he will take this one in. 78 yards. Touchdown, Buffalo. Allen leading the Bills to the line for this 2-point try. Now they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. They were trying to take the lead, but they're going to remain down by a point. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Hardman now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. They'll run it here. It's Samaje Perine. Yeah. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. On the carry is Perine. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. A run, it's Perine. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. On the ground, this is Perine. The defense back, met him in the backfield, stopped in his tracks, and it sets up 4th down. Now Mahomes. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out, and the defense has it.
This one's going to be tough to stomach. I mean, all he has to do is just hold on to the ball, and they've got a fresh set of downs. He was past the yard to gain, but unfortunately, even though they gave up the 1st down initially, the defense was determined to get off the field one way or another, and they found a way to do just that.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 50-yard line.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. On 2nd down, Cook. And he's going to have a 1st down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the 1st down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
on the handoff. This is Cook. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. So now they'll throw it with Allen. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Cook. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now Allen. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Allen. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
On 2nd down, Allen. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. But it looks like the Bills are going to get it back. A fortunate break there. Tyler Bass on to try the field goal. His kick with the uprights. It's good. And the Bills get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
Them niggas in the hood, they love you, nigga.
Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. This is still anyone's ball game at this point. The difference is just 2 as we begin quarter number 3. Hardman now to return it. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's P-Rock. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. He's going to put it up, take a shot for Hopkins. What about that? Out of bounds, all the way down inside the 15. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 54 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now it's P-Rock. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with 1st and goal. He couldn't quite break the plane. Don't have it at the 1-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And that big offensive line clearing space. He's in. Samaje P-Rock. Touchdown, Kansas City. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
That's out quickly and complete. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Inside the 40. Ray Davis. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 71 yards. Touchdown, Buffalo. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They go play action with Mahomes. To the right side, hauled in by Kelsey. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. On play action, it's Mahomes. A short throw taken in by Kelsey. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Now a give up the middle. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down. Off the play fake. Mahomes. This is hot toward the side of the end zone. Travis Kelsey. Touchdown, Chiefs. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
That is incomplete, and the two-point conversion is unsuccessful. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Out of the end zone, it's Ty Johnson. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Allen going to give it to Cook. And he'll be brought down past the 30. That is good enough to move the chains. 1st down. Allen going to give this to Davis. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
2 1st downs have them up to the 44-yard line. It's 1st and 10. How about that back bulldozing his way forward? A gain of 9 yards. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They'll try to sneak it here. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the 1st down. Davis. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down, 8 for the 1st down. They'll drop to throw. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to get the football at their own 40.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Open man right side is Kelsey. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. He'll get that complete to Isaiah Pacheco. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. And the clock will stop. Timeout called with 5 seconds remaining.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. With that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Here's Butker now for the extra point. And this is away. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap.